Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today I'm with a special friend, Mark, and hello, Mark. And Mark and I have known each other for quite a while, and today's brewery that we're looking at, we both know quite well. And in fact, we know the brewer and the owners of the brewery. And that brewery is Kyoto Brewing Company. And this is a craft beer brewery that started in Kyoto, Japan in 2015, and was started by 3 foreign residents of Japan. And one of them's an American, one of them's Canadian, and one of them is from Wales. And they all lived in Japan and met each other when they were working in a teaching program together many years ago. And now they're all in Kyoto. And Mark, I believe you know these 3 gentlemen quite well.
Sure. Yes, I've been drinking beers with them for more than 10 years now, enjoying the prototypes to this brewery that were made in the homebrew size batches. And I must say that I've tried every beer they've released so far, except for the few that are still in my fridge. But I've got them all, and I've tried every one. And I don't know if anyone else has except those guys. But it's been quite a tough thing because we're coming close to 200 beers from them, and chasing them all down has not been easy, believe me, especially during the COVID pandemic.
Yeah. So
and this will be their it should be their 6th anniversary this month, but unfortunately, the 5th anniversary party had to be called off last year, and there's no party this year either. So that's a bit sad. Yeah,
that's really something. Yeah. So the 3 men who started this brewery are Chris, who is the head brewer, and the 2 other gentlemen. How would you describe them and what's their role in the company?
I think Paul, the Canadian, is the guy who carries the whip and does the books, and he's the who tries to make sure that the money keeps rolling in. And I think Ben is more of the publicity guy, the Welshman. He's more out there meeting people and making sure that they're well known. That's my impression. I don't know if I'm wrong. Paul probably get mad at me for saying
that. Okay, so the 3 founders, and they all come from 3 different countries. They made a joke saying an American, a Canadian, and a Welshman walk into a bar, and the punchline is they start a craft beer brewery. So yeah, and Mark and I have known Chris, the head brewer, since before he was a professional brewer, and we tried his homebrew many times. He studied in the US, and then he interned at Lost Abbey in the United States, and also at Shiga Kogen, which is one of the better craft beer breweries in Japan. Sure. Absolutely. And in 2015, RateBeer, on the RateBeer Best scale, they were the best new brewery in Japan, and in 2019, the best brewery in all of Japan. So they come with some accolades. They have a tap room which is open on the weekends these days for takeout only now, but we're hoping perhaps sometime this year they will open up again. It's a wonderful location in the south part of Kyoto City. 3 main beers, 3 kind of flagship beers that they have, and then a variety of seasonals. And those seasonal lines are, Mark, you know those 2 seasonal lines.
Well, they stopped the Shunkashuto Saison seasonal line. They replaced that with a new kind of explorative line where they're making the bread IPA they made with that, and they just released a 1% Saison. So this is a little bit interesting. I haven't had this yet, but I got a can.
Okay. And the other line?
This year they shuffled up their lineup a bit. I think they felt like they were getting a little bit too predictable, maybe, and they wanted to try some new things. Okay. And the beer today is part of one of the new series as well.
That's right. Yeah. Their other main line is called Kimagure, and this is a quarterly seasonal one in which they put out generally an IPA or a pale ale, something like that, session IPA. And yeah, this is one of the beers. Today's beer is another one of their new lines. On RateBeer, there are 195 separate beers listed for this brewery, and quite a few. So, and Mark is responsible for getting most of, if not all of them, on there. And it's been quite a job over the last 6 years or so. Untapped, they list 153 beers, and their average score is pretty high, 3.72. So quite a few numbers there. And so you want, shall we introduce today's beer?
Sure. This is the third beer in their 6-taste IPA series. They put out a sweet called Kan or Amai in Japanese, sweet, and they put out En, salty, and then this is the third one, Shin, or spicy. So they're using pretty much similar malt. I don't know if it's exactly the same malt recipe or not. We can check that. I don't know if you know that, but they're trying to get very distinct tastes in each of these IPAs, and changing it by the additives. So Kan had coconut sugar in it, and
and Sabro hops. Oh, I think this has Sabro too as well, of course. Yeah, I think you're right. They were basically trying to keep the malt and hops the same and exploring with the adjunct, right? Is that right? Yeah. So right, this one has the malt bill is Golden Promise, Munich malt, and wheat. And the hops, for bittering hops, there are none whatsoever. And for flavor and aroma, they use Citra, Equinat, Talus, and Sabro. So, and I do remember
the malt bills and the hop bills are different for each one of these, so they're not using the same bill.
Oh, okay. So, but what's special about this one, of course, is the red chili pepper and
Hana Sansho, the Japanese Sansho, that very similar to Szechuan pepper. It's not a type of pepper, but it's a type of spice. In Japan, it's called Sansho. They sometimes call it Japanese pepper, but I think most people don't know what that means.
Yeah. Szechuan pepper, I think, is probably more commonly known outside of Japan, and it's mostly used in well, the time when you really see it is in a eel restaurant. It's definitely put onto eel. Yeah. So this has red chili peppers and Sichuan pepper. And again, their point is to explore the 6 tastes, and this one definitely spicy. So, and actually, I think they kept the alcohol the same for all of them, 6.5. And I'm not sure if the IBUs are same for all, but this one has 33 international bittering units. So on RateBeer, this one has 0 ratings. And somebody who's present here today will probably be the first to review it. And on Untapped, there are 8 ratings so far for this one. And
2 weeks old, I think.
Yeah, 2 weeks old. So yeah. So okay, and so on the back of the can, you can see the Japanese characters for the 6 taste notes. Maybe you can read them for us, Mark.
Rokumi Rokushoku. So 6 flavors, 6 colors.
And the kind
IPA, which has a great amount of popularity, has gotten to be very exciting lately. And thinking about this idea of 6 tastes and 6 colors, we're going to try to make 6 different IPAs that are spicy, sweet, sour, bitter. What's this one? With umami. And one which is salty. And we're going to make them, put them out one after the next. So that's what it says.
Okay, so and they do list the 6 flavor notes right there in Japanese, in kanji, and kind of interesting. The umami note, of course, is was of course pioneered by the Japanese scientists, and that's why it is called umami, which is the Japanese word. Okay, and this one is Shin or spicy. And actually, it's there's a more common reading for this kanji too, isn't it? Isn't there, Mark?
Yeah, Shin or karai. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Hot. Yeah, spicy, hot. Okay. So I think we're ready. Shall we open this up?
I must say that I'm not a big fan of very hot beers, so I don't know. I'll try to be
I know that.
effective and good with this, but I
I
don't know.
remember what was the one with the curry, the conundrum that Mike brought one time.
Indra Kanindra.
Kanindra, which is just ridiculously spicy. Yeah. Some breweries do this as a kind of novelty, and Kyoto Brewing, they're doing this kind of an exploration. Okay, it's a kind of yeah, slight chill haze. Carbonation is floating up kind of unusually here, very steady rate, and from all sides of the glass.
There's a lot of chili pepper in that nose.
You think so? Oh my goodness, yeah. Yes, yeah, you can smell it right away. My goodness, I wonder how they did it, if they just dumped the chilies in, chopped them up, or did what?
I haven't heard about that.
Wow. Okay, yeah, certainly.
And tropical
Pepper, there's something tropical behind it for sure. The citra hops are kind of hidden by or blending into the chili. I don't know.
Definitely get the citrus and a little bit of tropical.
Yeah, I'm getting mostly tropical for sure.
Yeah, but that pepper is strong, isn't it?
Yeah. Good luck. Okay, here we go.
Get any of the Sancho?
I
can't really tell.
No, I think so. I mean, if it's kind of blended with the red chili. Okay.
Give it a shot. Cheers. Wow.
That's got some kick. Yeah.
But it tastes good though. It's
good, but yeah.
Like I don't know if you had the habanero scalping when that came out.
Yes, I've had.
I really couldn't stand more than one sip of that. It was just fine. Nothing else. But this
is almost as hot, I think. No, I mean it's still burning. It's burning the back of the tongue. But with the habanero, you couldn't taste anything else.
No.
With this,
you can.
Yeah, you can. There's some very nice tropical fruit. My tongue will stop burning. I can get the rest of it, I think.
I got a real burn in the back of my throat. That's hotter than I expected.
That's hotter. Much hotter. So they give us the alcohol, 6.5. They give us the IBU. They don't give us the Scoville on this.
This has got to be about 1,000, I suppose. I mean, I don't know how much more than. They didn't say what kind of red chili peppers they used, did they?
No.
This doesn't taste like those Japanese togarashi. This tastes like something
much more. Yeah.
That's stronger than that.
Much stronger. Yeah, we'll have to ask them about that. Yeah. So this, I guess you could say it's an IPA. I'd be hard pressed to, really say exactly what it is, but wow.
I think it's really well made, though. I don't know if I'll be able to finish it all.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll buy another one, but I think they did a good job with it for what they wanted to do.
Yeah, absolutely. They're certainly exploring that taste.
Just the fact that the hops are really still there. You really taste the hops, the malt, but the little bit of honey from the malt.
Yeah, it is. There is something definitely behind the peppers. The fruitiness, the hops. Yeah.
I might get a rash though.
I'm gonna start sweating here in a second.
That's something.
Wow. Yeah. So, yeah, my guess is this is best served with something equally hot, you know,
Or else with a dollop of yogurt inside it.
with some yogurt on the side. There you go. Yeah. Good Lord. Yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, the fruitiness behind it is something quite different too. I think it's like you said, honey and something flowery, fruity. Now that my tongue's getting kind of used to the bittering, I can kind of a little bit more of it. I'm not sure what exactly it is.
I think I'm getting a little bit of that Sabro hop that comes off a little bit like coconut.
Coconut, yeah, that's famous for coconut flavor, right? Coconut note. Yeah, there's something there, and something I can't really determine what it is.
I mean, this kind of reminds me of like Southeast Asian food, like a Thai curry or something.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. So generally, these kinds of spices don't come in a beer, in a stout or something like that, or something heavy, a spiced porter or something. But they did it. They did a good job.
Yeah.
But as you said, you're feeling it. You're feeling it in your mouth. You're feeling it before it's there. You feel it swear, and you feel it when it's down inside too.
Yeah.
So it's probably time to get some food and maybe get back to the Brett Saison. The barrel-aged Brett Saison is something to lighten up with. Okay, so once again, this is called Kyoto Brewing 6 Tastes IPA Shin, or spicy, 6.5%. 33 international bittering units, and a ton of red chili pepper and Sichuan pepper, Sancho. Yeah. So, any final comments here, Mark?
I don't think I can finish this, but I do think they did a good job.
Yeah, I think I might finish it. Yeah.
It has its attraction though. You keep going back. It's definitely nice. For someone who generally does not like this kind of beer at all, I think they've done a great job.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they really did it. And talk about exploring the flavor, man. Yeah. So they're gonna have three more coming out soon, and or during the year, I suppose, and look forward to those as well.
It'd be nice. I mean, I don't think it's possible. It'd be great to try them all together, but with the spacing between it, I don't know.
It might happen. Yeah. That would be interesting for sure to get them all together. Yeah. Well, thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
It was good to do these 2 beers with you. Mark's got an interesting T-shirt on, by the way. Some of you may have noticed. It says, "Bad beer is the enemy," and this is the slogan for
Japan Beer Times.
The Japan Beer Times.
Bilingual English-Japanese quarterly magazine that's been coming. They've been going around 10, 12 years now, and I write articles for them almost every time.
Yeah, and I've been doing a little editing for them from time to time as well. Yeah, it is the kind of the English authority on craft beer in Japan for sure. Okay, well, thank you very much, Mark, and go get some food and save your throat.
Right, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you everybody, and we'll see you next time. We'll be looking at some other beers, and please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment if you have something to say to me or to Mark, and we will answer for sure. Okay, that's it for today. Take care, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.